Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ray here. Back for another transformation review thing. And that's only the second one. Only the second time I've used that phrase in the new series. I love mess if you care about that. I don't. It's true, isn't it, that you often hear the phrase "boys and their toys" or "men never grow up" or something like that. I think men more than women like to collect things. I certainly know a lot of men who collect things, but less so women. I mean, my sister has a thing for fairies, but not not to the extent where she fills rooms with them and things like that. So with me, obviously, it's bots, and with my other half, it's Lego. And I have to say, I used to collect Lego when I was a kid, and or rather, I was kind of not forced upon me, but that's what parents got me when I was a kid. Lego. I remember Lego when it was the little figures with the arms and legs that didn't move. Oh yeah, long time ago. But I mean, Lego's gone from this to that because my other half collects this, and this is from the Atlantis range. No, this isn't about Lego. This is just to say that I think this is a beautiful example of a modern construction toy. Um, his eyes are just incredible. It's an awful lot of fun to watch him being built and to hold him in your hand. This Lego Atlanta stuff I just love very much. More so than any of the other Lego lines that are at the minute. There you go. I have to say that because I love this thing. Look at him. He's just a big anglerfish. Nice. Move on. So, sorry, gutting my lungs with some pineapple aid here. An interesting little thing. This is a Northern Irish company. Pineapple aid. I won't mention it in case I give them free advertising or they try and sue me or something. But it's twice the price of the Tesco pineapple aid or tropical. The Tesco stuff has real fruit juice in it, and this one doesn't. And this one is made down the road, and it's all colors and artificial flavors and everything. I don't even know why I got it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. We're going to move on. So today, a beautiful, interesting, horrendous, monstrous, wonderfully intricate thing. An enigma of a bot, an enigma of a character. So I'm going to go ahead and show you his box because I do have my hand. He's not easy to come by. This is obviously Beast Machines. Where is the good stuff? Over here. Yes, Transformers, Beast Machines, Electronic, Primal-prime. And a lot of you may not know who that is, but obviously when you see he is a repaint, slight remold of Optimal Optimus. Now, here's a nice thing. 10,000 made. Only 10,000. I have one of 10,000. I'm very pleased. I'm going to get on very soon because there's quite a lot to him. He's a quadruple changer. You can't say that an awful lot. And I like saying it. So, the background. Now, Heroic Maximal Primal-prime from the Beast Machines era. It says Primal-prime Electronic Super Gorilla. Function Prime of Justice. Motto. With me? Freedom is the right of all. Freedom is the right of all. I can't do a prime, a G1 prime impression. It's really, really difficult. It's really, really difficult. Anyway, he says forged from the remnant of a control suit used to manipulate Optimal Optimus during the Beast Wars. We remember. Primal-prime is a hybrid of Maximal and Autobot spark replication technology. Something is making him unique here in this character bio that makes me want him. Haven't, thankfully. Undeniably noble and instilled with a patchwork of convictions from leaders past. He's getting much more interesting. He inspires Transformers throughout the galaxy with tales of Cybertron's glorious history. Deflector shields and laser-guided incendiary missiles are accessible in each of his four, that's that toys, Techno-Organic Beast, Cybertron Air Guardian Jet, Armored Convoy, and Heroic Robot. The inability to comprehend his own origin is the source of a chronic processing glitch in his laser core and his only weakness. So, what does TF Wiki have to say about it? Let's have a little look. Very interesting. He's from Maxima, blah blah blah. Is essentially the living matrix. Part of the Vox fusion of their knowledge, detritus left aboard the Ark and the life-giving energies from the Matrix of leadership. Yes, I mean, the character is certainly unique. The bot, while not unique, the toy, while not unique, is extremely desirable. Primal-prime possesses great power and understanding. He is literally an army of one, able to assume multiple alternate modes, all of which are armed, deadly, and mobile. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. He is a conglomeration of primes assembled into a single mighty force of good. Splendid. Let's get on to the bot. Now, the plastic in hand. It's very difficult to, it's not difficult to follow the on-screen instructions, shall we say, that which is given you on a big piece of paper in this box. But they will not yield the desired alt mode. No, they will not. They will give you, certainly they will give you a pretty good hypersonic jet mode, a robot mode, and a electronic gorilla mode. But the all-terrain vehicle ground assault will look shocking if you follow the instructions. And of course, the picture on the box is nothing. It's not nothing like, but it's the picture on the box is not representative of what you will get should you follow the instructions ever. So, to that end, you have to slightly disregard the instructions in order, and anybody who has a Primal-prime, you can see, you know what I'm doing straight away, bits are falling off. Anyone who has a Primal-prime or Optimal Optimus knows that he is wont to fall apart, and indeed he's already doing that. You know, things are going to come unstuck. Posts and ports are just going to leave each other. So this is essentially, again, look, I'm just trying to fix this complete and utter mess of a bot. Having said that, this is a ground assault mode. Now you can see whatever that is, but it's a very artistic retelling of ground assault mode. You see, he's quite heavily armored. Here, he's got these blast shields. There are his rear wheels. He has one big wheel at the front, which, if you're very, very lucky, will touch the ground at all times. Now, the way they will want you to transform it is that this array here, you see I've got this, which is going to become the heroic gorilla body, the chest piece. It's best if you raise it and disregard the little posts and ports that you have to try and configure when you come into here. Now, I'll give you a little bit more information about that later. But there you go. Essentially, that is the ground attack mode. That presumably is meant to be a fender. I'm not convinced. Thumbs. He's got a little cockpit. Why does he have a little cockpit? I mean, it isn't really anything, and it's not particularly impressive. Even in the hand, it's not particularly impressive. The most impressive thing about this is that I've managed to get it into this mode. Have to say. Now, let's go very quick to the hypersonic jet mode, which is one of his other modes. Thank you very much. Having said that, there is something really lovely about having this guy, about owning this guy. It's because he's so freaking odd, and he is actually quite rare. He's quite rare as a bot. So, these detach like that from this little wheel, big wheel at the front. You see they're going to be arm-like things. And you're going to take them on these posts. You're going to take them back a little bit. Now you just tuck this little bad boy into the chest cavity. Let's see. How to do that, I suppose. See that little monkey face in there? Oh, he looks like some flying monkey thing. These are going to come up like that, just to get rid of the wheel, basically. Now, what you gotta do, you'll like this. This makes me laugh. I'm going to try and attach these little posts here. Let me just see if they want to give me any information regarding. Yeah, I'm doing like that. There are posts and ports here. You see, there is a post, indeed. There is a post, yes. And you can see there are many ports in here, but only some of them will take this post. Other ones are places for screws. And indeed, you'd hardly know which one is which if they didn't tell you. And indeed, they only decided they wanted to tell you on this mold. It wasn't very clear on Optimal Optimus. Wings, you see, the wings kind of come out like that, and they rotate to the 90 degrees. And you open them out, and you can take these little bad boys. And there you go. This is his hypersonic super jet mode thing. You know, it's obviously, I mean, it's obviously, first of all, a robot without a robot head lying on his side, and there's his feet. Thank you very much. But it's also the ground assault mode with the front armored bits opened out a little bit and extended wings, isn't it? Really, it is. Yes. And you shouldn't really see this face, so I can put it all the way back. But if I do that, then I can't open out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. You see, this wheel like that, just to take the bad look off it like that. Okay, I'm going to open them out like that. So you've got some additional turbines or something. But, you know, he's got lots of bright red, flashy chrome, which is really, really nice. He's still got this cockpit, which is so... I mean, this actually lifts up. It will open up. So should you ever have like a little Micromaster or something like that, that's small enough, maybe Ramjet, maybe Tidal Wave Ramjet would sit on there. But this, you see, this all and all the pictures has it sitting very level and looking really taut and nice. But you see what's happened there. Yes, interesting thing. Not successful. Actually, quite ugly and almost hilarious, almost hilariously bad, I would say. But that, of course, makes him so much more desirable. Well done, Hasbro. Once again, well done. I'm going to take him to his electronic gorilla mode. Now, what makes him electronic, obviously, his eyes are going to line up. You know, that's about it, really. The little, take the little head, there it is, which was always exposed. These guys, I like this transformation. This what was the front wheel of the ground assault. Now you bring it together and you shove it up inside his chest cavity there, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got to reattach the butts. The gorilla arms and the butt arms have very specific ways in which they like to attach. So I think we're going to do that. Oh, try and close this bad boy first of all. So there and there. And again, these posts and ports are indicated. They are. It's not explicit exactly which ones you should use, but I think I'm going to keep those for. So I've got this configuration or that configuration. You see, one is much higher up than the other, and it isn't entirely clear. And as you can imagine, how exactly would you determine that? How would you illustrate that in a set of paper instructions? It isn't. It really isn't that easy. So, in order to give him his big fists, what you do, these arms come down like that, extend a little, blah blah blah. Off we go. Arms come down, fists and stuff. Now, next thing. Oh, you can just lock into place there again. Sorry, it's just come out. Again, that's likely to happen. The posts and ports will just kind of come in and out as they so wish. This entire section here, this entire rear armed array will rotate, and then you rotate it once again here like that, so that you've got this section, the gun turret section is going to be here. Then you can take this, which is essentially the battery pack, comes down to there like that. So this is the super electronic gorilla. Now he does have a few little gimmicks here. Let me see if I can illustrate those here now. You see, where is he? Right, I'll try and turn off this bad boy here as well. There we go. Maybe you see a little more of this action. Yeah, you see it lights up there. It's kind of whatever, but you know, it does actually light up, and it will stay lit up, and it will look pretty good. Of course, both these missiles will fire out. I don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. It's not entirely necessary. So this mode is, in my opinion, very, very successful, as is the next mode, which is his, I suppose, his prime mode, for want of a better word. No, I don't want a better word, because that's actually a very accurate word to describe it. So, Gonna go from there. We'll take this section. Oh, once again, this section is going to go like that. Sorry, pretty sure this little top has to stay down. But just this top bit here is going to rotate the 180 degrees. We can open that any old way we want. And again, I remember when I was transferring them first, it was like, exactly how do we get that around? How does that work? So we've got to put this little head away because we can't have his beast head exposed as well, because that would be awful. So you got to take this front, what was the wheel initially, put the little head away, and this is going to open up and become a kind of a turbine-y thing. Again, you see, like that, and they will spin, and maybe they help them fly. Who knows? So the next thing to do is now what it suggests is that these feet are both his bot and gorilla mode feet, but I prefer them to be the gorilla mode feet only, because you can give him quite credible prime feet just by turning the not by turning the waist round, which you can do. I mean, to me, that doesn't look too bad. They look more like prime feet, certainly, than they do. And I don't know, maybe it's an oversight, or maybe I'm just thinking that, you know, I just kind of want to differentiate him a little bit more than he would have, than he is officially. Now, there's his robot head, see, which comes on like that. And it's a very, very nice prime. Very nice prime head. Now, these are his blast shields. And they are the bane of an optimal Optimus Primal-prime. They really are. They seem to stay on a lot better in this guy. You see this little trigger here? There's a little black trigger here. And when you press that, they want to, and they really will, they will fly off. And these things, this thing, will separate into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. I don't want that to happen. You don't need it to happen. Because what you need to do is you need to attach it. There's 3 posts and ports at the very top of Prime's arm. And you've got to well, there's 2. And once you get 2 of them in, then the middle portion will stay where it is. So in order to finish Prime's arm, you do that. You rotate this section 90 degrees and then just rotate his fist to there. It doesn't make the hugest bit of difference. And indeed, what I think about this guy is that he's much more complicated than he should be, because all 4 modes just look like configurations of the one thing. It looked like all 4 modes look like the one thing, just folded slightly different. It's a difference between a chimichanga and a quesadilla. You know, there isn't an awful lot in it. It's such a shame if you take these freaking things off, because they're just problematic. They aren't anything other than that, and they're just not user friendly. It takes you a couple of goes. You really have to kind of get the hang of it. It's like tofu, you know. It's not going to work for you the first time. Are you going to stay there now? Am I going to? Are we going to live together in perfect harmony? So then what you do is you just kind of put these things out of the way. These are his, you know, the wings of the, what was it, hypersonic electronic jet mode thing. So, and he's got a gun which popped off, and I will just rescue. So that's a prime. That's his prime mode. I'm looking at his shoulders and I'm deciding the shoulders are a little weak. And in actual fact, what needs to happen is that I really need to rethink the post that I have him in. Now, again, the instructions are not going to make you any wiser to this fact at all. So, and a lot of it is just going to be, it's going to be trial and error. Where is it? I think it's going to be, it's going to sit happily there. I think this is the post. There it is. Yes, I'm more happy with this than I am with that. Yes. So I've just got to do the same to the other side. And again, you know, this is where paper instructions are can really be woefully lacking sometimes. I mean, I really feel for any guy who has had to get to grips with Revenge of the Fallen Mixmaster by paper instructions alone, because he is a piece of work. He is absolutely a piece of work. Comes to the fore. Now, you can attach the gun, you can put the gun in his hand. It really actually looks quite silly in his hand because his arms and hands are so big. So what I like to do again is just to take, there's a little post here, there's little ports in here, and I just like to put it there like that because he doesn't need a gun in his hand. Maybe you would like to do that. And of course we can have some light up primey stuff here as well. Eyes will light up, you can't really see it. Let me show you because the gun turret up the center is lighting up as well as his eyes, and the front missiles is lighting up a little bit as well, which is really quite cool. So, how long did that take me? 20 minutes. Christ. And all that has got to do with transformation. Obviously, I have been waffling a bit, but it's got a lot of transformation as well, because there's plenty to do. Because this bot is really worth getting. There's only 10,000 made. Now that may be apocryphal. I'm just going by a wiki, TF wiki that is, not Wikipedia. That's what TF wiki says, and I tend to believe anything they say to me. I really would. Very very nice bot. He's just lots of really good G1 Prime colors. He's got the maximal thing going on. He's got the Autobot thing going on. He's got the mech. He's got the vehicle modes going on. He's a quadruple changer. He's a bit complicated. He's a bit overstated. There's a little bit too much of him. He's not really well, he isn't readily available, but there's something really endearing about him because of that, because of all those odd things. Anyway, I have to say, Dark of the Moon is shaping up to be very nice, even though there's an awful lot of bloody car formers coming our way. Although, I mean, Shockwave looks, he doesn't, yes he does. So, wow, 22 minutes. I'll shut up now because I'm boring myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Primal-prime. It's not too much, not an awful lot. Thank you.